I'm just thumbing through them honest though. Bitch, I keep a couple commas on. Look like money when I hop out. That's the sound of the chopper. Ayy, bitch, I'm feeling like money. I'm just thumbing through them honest. Bitch, I'm feeling like money.
So I just gotta say, you know, today we have a very special guest again, and needs no introduction, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta give her one anyway, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? We got the all-around hustler, man, producer, entrepreneur, and video production. You know, so I see you be out there with your videos right now, man.
Yeah, I'm a director now too.
Yeah, director. Get you to the mic though. Get you close to the mic.
Producer, artist, director, writer, engineer.
Yeah.
Hustler, all that.
That's it. So when it like with you, when did you start? What helped you start in the game, and how did you start in the game?
I got my foot in the game to Trick Daddy.
Okay.
Back in like, I think I met Trick's dad first. I met Pops, you know what I'm saying, when I was probably like 15, 16.
Okay.
I was at Benzino's club out in South Beach.
I remember that.
Yeah, shout out Benzino.
Shout out to Benzino.
This is actually, I met Pops at Benzino's first location, and then I met up with him again at the second location.
Yeah.
But then that's how I met Trick, and then I ended up signing with Trick and them about, I think when I was about 16.
About 16 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
That's what really put me in the game was landing on Trick Daddy's lead single, Bet That.
Bet That, yeah, I like that,
being able to co-write it. It was actually, I had a solo song, excuse me, I had a solo song on that. At that time, I had caught the attention of Mike Karen at Atlantic Records. So he was sending me CDs with a bunch of beats. And that Bet That beat just happened to be on the CD. You feel me? So I ended up dropping the whole solo song to it, long story short.
So you didn't make the Bet That beat?
No,
that was
actually produced by the Runners.
Oh, that was produced by the Runners.
That's when the Runners was producing everything at that time.
Right.
I'm So Hood was out.
Right.
DJ
everything.
Khaled. Yeah, that's when like all the Florida artists was like really
at it. Yeah, Ace Hood, Khaled.
Cuss on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's when everybody was fucking with each other like hard, like down here in Florida.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what got my foot in the game.
Now, when you just said that, right? You said when you know the artists was really fucking with each other really hard, giving each other a hand, step up. You know, during the time you saw Jackie Wall, all these other artists coming up.
Yeah.
Now, do you think at that time a lot of outsiders that was in Florida, like a lot of New Yorkers were in Florida, they were using Circle House, they were using all these other studios to, you know what I mean, blow. Do you think that was the reason at that time why everybody was sticking together, or what do you think?
I think it was Khaled.
You think it was Khaled?
I mean, I kind of know it was. It was like everything we was seeing with all the artists on, you know what I'm saying, the same video was Khaled's records. Like,
right.
It was Khaled putting T-Pain on the hook, Ross on the verse, Plies on the other verse, Trick Daddy on the other verse. Yeah. I think Khaled really, he did that.
Yeah, I was around Khaled when he was working with Paul Wall.
Yeah.
So I used to work over at Circle House.
Yeah,
so
Holla at Me Baby. That's when they shot that down here. I was at that video shoot when they shot that here with Lil Wayne, all them. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I feel like we willing to work with each other down here, but I don't think that movement would have happened without Khaled putting those records together.
Khaled had to put a lot of work in and get them to get those records.
I don't think Trick and Ross would ever just like make that. I mean, it could happen, you know what I'm saying? But Khaled had a big influence.
Like you said, Ross kind of bounced. He's up in ATL right now, so we don't get a chance to see him with those Florida artists as usual as we would. But Corona is going on too. You know what I'm saying? I saw Benny the Butcher with Ross though. Shout out to Benny the Butcher, man.
Shout out to Benny the Butcher.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from Buffalo, New York too, so yeah, so you know what I mean, we represent still, you know, for the city, but I'm in Miami, I'm in Broward, you know what I mean? So that's how we get it. We get that done right way, you feel me?
Yeah.
So now you be like, how did your name come from Gold Rush? Because your original name was Gold Rush. How did that turn from Gold Rush to Raidenrush?
I'm still Gold Rush the producer. Okay. But I decided, I've been in the game for a long time as an artist and a producer, but I feel like it's been so long with me being Gold Rush the artist, I wanted to kind of separate and recreate myself. Like when I was Gold Rush, everybody would think I was just like another Chico from Dave with braids. Right. I'm actually Asian and white. So I wanted to separate myself from all the other rappers and have something, you know what I'm saying, some type of my own niche, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me embrace my Asian heritage, because I basically was looking for an opening, like what is something that nobody's doing right now as an artist.
Right.
There's not too many Asians that are really big. There's a few of them. I don't want to start naming them now because I'm gonna miss a couple.
Right, but I'm saying like we saw for hip hop it was Chen that came out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Jen.
And he
me and Jen talk every
Jen,
now and then.
Yeah, but like
shout out to Jen.
Yeah, shout out to Jen. He's a cool brother, man. I met him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a really cool dude.
I actually spoke to him and what's the dude, Ace B with Master P.
Yeah.
He's another Asian rapper. I actually reached out to Jen, Ace B, and another Asian artist named Jen to kind of collab on the song together.
That's good though. Why not?
On some fatality type
Why
shit.
not? There you go.
Fatality.
The audacity, you heard?
Brutality.
Yeah, that be killing it.
Raiden wins.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, getting to you said you were Asian and white.
Yeah.
Japanese, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
Your mom. Well, first let's ask the people. I mean, let's let the people know where you're from. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Florida boy.
Just a straight Florida boy.
I lived in Japan for 1 year, but I'm born and raised in Lauderdale Lakes as a Jit.
Mhm.
I've been in Deerfield ever since. I've been in Deerfield forever. So I rep Deerfield, Dove City, Broward County. I have ever since the beginning.
Right.
Even though when I did my Ozone article, they said that I was from Miami. When I made it very
Right.
clear
That you were
I'm
from
from Broward.
Now that
And
happened.
then I read the interview on Ozone,
Yeah.
and they said I'm from Dade. But
But
it
you
is
did.
what
You
it
probably
is.
did the interview in Dade or something. They all classify. You know, South Florida.
Right now,
Yeah.
Broward's on fire. Back then, when they did the
was
Ozone
only
thing,
Miami.
it was like Miami. You skip over Broward and you go to Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was so real though.
Yeah,
It was
it
real.
is.
I love the fact that we are able to see these artists out there now. Like we got, you know, Kodak. You know, for example, we got Kodak out here doing this thing. You know what I mean? So we got Kodak out here doing this thing, and then
Yeah, shout out Kodak, free Kodak,
Free
Soulja
Kodak.
Boy.
Yeah, man.
I mean, not Soulja, free Baby
Baby
Soulja.
Soulja. Yeah.
You know, we actually made that song here average for Kodak and Baby Soulja right here in this studio.
Oh, okay. You made it over on the other side.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Shout out
to
Dirty Red, the
Freezy.
producer.
Shout out to Dirty Red.
Dirty Red. the
Shout out to
producer.
Dirty Red, the producer, man. Shout out to Skrilla. Shout out to everybody out here, Strong Arm Radio. I mean, Strong Arm IMG, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody out
Shout out
there.
that boy Flo.
Shout out to Flo Rida, you know what I'm
Flo
saying? Everybody that helped us go ahead and keeping it moving over here in the station, you feel me?
Right up.
So, you are from Broward. Now, when you were just saying that about people go ahead and have to say they're from Miami, Ace Hood had a problem like that when
Yeah.
we were like, yo, Ace Hood's from Deerfield.
I feel like a lot of people was hating on Ace too because they thought that he was trying to portray he was from Miami, but
Right.
it was really the labels and the companies marketing him as
A Miami
artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was-
See,
he
if
did catch a
anything,
lot of
they
heat
should
with
stop
that.
with the Miami. They should just say South Florida artists. You know what I mean? If they have to,
Yeah.
they gotta try that. They have to classify it, but it shouldn't be classified.
Yeah, me and Ace Hood actually went to the same school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there wasn't too many people
So
rapping
I was gonna ask you,
back in the day.
what high school did you go to?
Deerfield High School.
Oh, you did go to
I
Deerfield.
didn't graduate. They kicked me out, but I was in the same school. Me and Ace Hood. It was like me, Ace, and like two other people. My boy Payback and Blackout. We was like pretty much, and my boy Skrilla. We
Yeah.
was pretty much like the only ones really taking the music shit serious back then. Now everybody's a rapper.
Right. Everybody's a rapper right now. Now, when you with you also represent Denoya too, man, Pompano as well, right?
Yeah, I got a strong connection with Pompano because my studio was in Pompano, and I be in Pompano all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even the Jet, I was in Kyle City all the time. Just all around Deerfield and Pompano.
Shout out to my homie B-Ron Boy Lion Productions, man. You know, Pompano, you feel me?
Yeah, I had a record label called Too Hot Records. And
Too Hot?
Our headquarters was in Pompano
Oh, okay.
for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
That's when the whole Dunk Riders thing was going on too.
Yeah.
So I was
yeah,
bouncing
I
from
remember
Pompano to Carroll City.
that. So you was a part of the Dunk Riders crew? I mean,
I was the head producer, and I was an artist and a writer at Dunk Riders.
Oh, okay.
So I was like the Manny Fresh.
Oh, okay.
of
There you
Dunk
go.
Riders.
That's
I
what's
made
up.
all the beats. I wrote a lot of hooks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that.
Hey, but getting on production.
Yeah.
What, are you I start a drum beat first or melody type person when you first start off?
I do it different ways. Sometimes I even just drop an acapella and make a song around the acapella.
All right.
Sometimes I start with a drum, sometimes I start with a melody. If I got a loop, sometimes I'll start with a loop.
Okay.
Just have a inspiration strikes me.
Yeah, how the vibe gets you. Because it's just some people, they just like, they have to stick to one thing. And you can do whatever, whatever vibe gets you.
Yeah, I'm
So
like a
that
chameleon,
destination.
man. Like me being a producer for so long and a writer for so long, I'm like a chameleon. So like whatever artist I'm in the room with, like I can just adapt, and just make it happen. Like
That's awesome.
I can do whatever, reggae, don't matter what it is.
Now, can you I'm gonna play this song. We're gonna come right back after that, but this ain't what you want, man. Now that was that Master P vibe, man. That was that 90s. Like I love that joint too.
Me and my
man.
wife was just talking about No Limit and Master P earlier.
Yeah.
I won't get into the full conversation.
Okay. I know. You know what I'm saying. That Master P had a little issue with Kodak, but you know what I'm saying.
I think it was just a misunderstanding. And I seen the last words Kodak and Master P had, both of them separately. It ain't nothing. It was just a misunderstanding.
That's good, man, because we don't want, you know what I'm saying, we don't want nothing to go ahead and happen from that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I think
they both cool.
They just wanted to, do something for Pompano, and I think Master P wanted to help them, and
Master P was just in Pompano not too long ago, right in the hood, just dropping off his noodles and shit.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, he was right in Kai City, like at the corner store, dropping the noodles.
Dropping the noodles. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, man, that's a come up. Like he's doing his thing as a entrepreneur for real. So what type of steps are you taking with that? Something like that. Actually, I'm about to get into that what you will. But what type of steps are you taking for that?
As far as what, like
entrepreneurship.
Well, I got my film company. I'm doing my artistry. I got my production. I'm about to start a clothing line. I've been selling merch, but I'm gonna start like a little clothing line and a shoe line.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Like for real, I like the fact that what I'm saying, you got what you got going on.
And I got this, most importantly, Gold Label Records. This what I'm focused on right now. Gold. Speaking of Master P and No Limit, they laid the blueprint out. Cash Money, No Limit. So I'm just following it.
Right. I mean, it's more valuable to be independent than to go ahead and sign with a label. So you writing with your own label. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And I could put artists out forever.
Right.
I could shoot videos forever. I could produce forever.
That's what's up.
I don't want to be rapping forever.
No. Now you're well, let me go ahead and put this daggone song on, because I'm about to ask you about your pops and your mom, but we'll come back on that in a few seconds. Alright, so this is actually the track. This ain't what you want, right? I want to say,
yeah.
Ain't what you want.
It's called Ain't What You Want.
Yeah. I want to make sure I say it right. Ain't What You Want. You make sure you check out this joint, man. It's fire. Wait a minute, hold on. That's Drake. Drake trying to jump into your song, man. You see
that? That new Ain't What You Want featuring Drake.
Featuring Drake.
New Raidenrush featuring Drake. Holla at me.
I was actually gonna ask you, would you want to work with him? You know what I'm saying?
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But all right, let's get it.
I say, Fiend, let's get to it.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You can't. You gon' make me fuck over your home, make me do it. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You can't. You gon' make me fuck over your home, make me do it.
These niggas must be ass mad, them in there on motor smoke. These niggas already know how I'm coming though. Brr, that sound thumbing through them hunters though. Brr, son, I be jumping if you running wrong. All them souls are wrong, riding with the pole. Drumming dog, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want now. Wrong with my gold label ninjas, like with some soldiers. Real niggas, I'm talking off, I fall to the noise. Yeah, shit, I grew up on that No Limit shit. With the shit, hop out on them on some ninja shit. Jumping bit, I ain't the one you want me tripping with. My nerves already bad, you gon' make me get the glizzy back.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You can't. You gon' make me fuck over your home, make me do it. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You can't. You gon' make me fuck over your home, make me. them. Think it's a game, try to play them. The love me in court wear, prices are right to pay. 100 piece ready to go like man to know the land. Prices going up and down like a seesaw. Country boy got bored and God no ear. It's like Roman noodles, Buster Medulla. Ain't it funny how something hot as some lava from Kuya? I got killers looking to kill again. Where's Zimmerman? And this a picture some islands like on Gilligan. Pack got no cut. This track like Raidenrush. Shorty and her girl like squirrels, so let them go love.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
You get turned.
You gon' make me fuck over your hoe.
Don't make me do it.
This ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
This ain't what you want.
You get turned.
You gon' make me fuck over your hoe.
Don't make me do it.
These all look racing, I'm blazing, they ain't fucking with me now. Damn, when I was baiting, I hop on the track and kill them all. Watch them fall, Bill was a chopper, man, to a rocket launch. A goblin to a monster, this ain't what you want.
Man, that's what's up. I like that song.
All the sauce got me dripping, bitch, I'm flow. All the eyes got a nigga feeling folded. Young nigga shining
It's
like
that
gold.
H2O. Tell them about the H2O. Nomadics just stepped in the building finally, people. You know what I'm saying? I would give him a round of applause. But you know, he said he was outside waiting for a minute though. He said we couldn't hear him. You know, we was pumping that H2O, man. We had
Y'all fuck with that video too, man.
we had that
too.
Oh, also, yo, did you send me a link to the video? Because I want to play that drink that you sent when we was on the OG Rideout show.
Yeah, I could just forward you the same email.
That's fine.
Yeah. I don't know if I emailed it or if I texted it to him.
I think you emailed it because he sent it over to me, but I had so many emails.
What you want me to send you the link?
Yeah, send me the link and we can pull that up. Go ahead and see what you're doing because I like your production. I like your video production too. You know what I'm saying? Your music. That H2O, you make that beat too?
I make all my beats.
That was like a nice, friendly, you know, happy like beat, and you know what I'm saying. You could jam to that, smoke to that. It had a nice little vibe. Like,
you know what?
I heard that. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I remember I heard that this morning, right? And I was like, yo, I wish I had that joint to go under the joint, the flyer. So then I was like, yo, he sent me over the joint. So I sent the daggone song and over so we can go ahead and put it on the flyer.
Yeah.
And bam. And then the dang on things overlapped. I was like, oh no!
Yeah, I posted it and I noticed it. I'm like, damn, this shit
I was like,
sound
don't
crazy.
do it!
So I
said, don't do it!
I just reposted the other joint.
Yeah, then we got the other joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was ill, man. Like I like the song, and I think
the video is nice too. I like the video.
Yeah.
I like how you
Benny
did
Flash
everything.
shot that video.
Yeah.
I actually had Benny Flash shot that. He shot a lot of shit.
Oh, he did that one for you.
Yeah. All the rest of the videos I've been shooting though recently. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I actually performed that H2O song when I won 99 Gems Artist of the Year. You know, 99 Gems, they got the cosign.
Right.
99 Gems cosign thing. So I won the Artist of the Year, and that was one of the songs I performed. I did my Tsunami song and then the H2O. Jam.
Now, what song was the one that helped you win the artist?
I think it was the H2O. I really got accepted by my song Tsunami.
Mm-hmm.
They took my song Tsunami, and that's what got me in the cosign challenge competition. But when I did the show, I performed a little bit of Tsunami, and then I performed the H2O, and I felt like my performance is really what set me over the top, like what gave me that #1 spot.
Right. Now we up with Fat Boy Rhymer and everything like that, and he's City Girls DJ.
Okay.
I remember they had an artist up, and I think it was versus a City Girls song. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody was rocking with City Girls. The City Girls won, but it was an artist from Florida. I don't know who it was offhand, but that joint was rocking real hard. So I don't think you were going up against City Girls none at that time, but I heard it.
They put me up against everybody.
Yeah.
They put me against Drake, Chris Brown, Migos.
Oh.
They put me on the battle jams like 3 times, and I won every single one of them. Wow. Every time they would put me up against at least 3 people, it'd be like Drake, Migos, and Lil Yachty, or whoever it was at the time, and I won every single one of them.
Yeah.
Now, you know, what I got out of it, they play my song every now and then. My song's not on regular rotation. shout out to 99 Gems. Much love.
Shout out to 99 Gems. Yeah, definitely.
Just to clarify what I got out of it, I got $1,000. You know what I'm saying? They gave me $1,000 for winning, and they play my song every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Here and there.
But that's what's up. Shout out to Byron Holton, man. He was on here, said the Soy Sauce King.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exit 36.
Sauce Keepers.
The Sauce Keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it all right there behind you.
So
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so sauce.
There you go.
Yeah, so
Okay.
shout out to Byron, man.
The Sauce Keepers in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Super Saiyan Raiden in this bitch, aka Sushi Sweets. You feel me? Gold Rush, the Golden Eye, the Goldfinger, GR, the geologist. Your bitch is gynecologist. Soy sauce.
Now I saw this video that you was doing, and everybody was falling asleep. Right? You ain't see this joint. I meant to send it to you. Everybody was falling asleep, and you was pouring soy sauce on them.
Yep.
Every time he fell asleep, he was pouring soy sauce, and then the last dude just went ahead and busted shot.
Wow.
So that shit was funny as hell. I like that, man.
Sauce.
Now, do you go ahead and make funny things, like funny type of videos like that?
I was making a lot of them because it was like good marketing and it was doing good numbers for me. But honestly, I just been so busy, I ain't even had time to do that shit lately. I'm gonna do some more, but I was like really consistent with it back when like Supreme and Boom Gang was like really going hard.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm
gotta go ahead
start
and get
promoting
in
my
it.
shit. Like,
Damn
fuck.
right.
And it worked. It worked.
As long as you can sell those daggone tracks, man, that's what matters. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Now, have you been on tour before?
I went on one. It wasn't really, I guess you could say it was a tour. It was a Trick Daddy. And that was my first and last time going on the road. I got arrested. I went with Trick. We went to like 4 different cities. The last city we was in Tallahassee. And I wasn't thinking about where we were at.
Right.
We in the, you know what I'm saying, the capital of Florida in Tallahassee, where they don't play.
They don't play.
Every club we go to, like, we roll up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And for some reason, everybody rolling up, but the security guard, he looking at me, like, I'm the main person.
Because you stand out.
The BSO come in the club, there's like 12 of them, I'm with CO, CO's like, hey, Rush. He's like, man, they pointing at you, man. They finna get you. I'm like, what? I looked at him, I laughed. I look up and I see 12 BSOs pointing at me like this.
Oh, shit.
I had a bag in my pocket and I had a joint. The joint was like $1, like a little small ass joint.
Yeah.
I come down, you know what I'm saying, and my dog Bad Guy puts his hand out and he took, you know what I'm saying, the little bag I had. I didn't realize I still had a joint in my pocket, so they fucking snatched me out the club.
For the joint?
For a joint.
Yeah, man. They serious about
They
that.
took me to Leon County, and it was funny when I went in there, motherfuckers knew who I was. They was calling me by my real name in that bitch. They like, what's up, Buddy Long? I know who you is. I'm like, okay. But long story short, I'm sitting and I'm looking out the window like, bro, I'm in fucking jail right now in Tallahassee. And these boys about to get on the
These
fucking...
crackers might get you, boy.
They about to get on the bus and go back home to Dade County the next morning. I'm like, bro, if they don't pick me up, I ain't never fucking with them ever again.
Right.
Yeah.
They ended up having to go, but Chuck stayed behind. Chuck was all of our managers. Trick Daddy, my manager, Iceberg, Dump Ride, all of us.
Big Chuck or
Chuck
Chuck.
Young.
Chuck Young? Okay,
Charles
okay.
Young, Chuck Young.
Okay.
Shout out to Chuck.
Shout out to Chuck.
He stayed behind and picked me up with Coach. Both of them picked me up, and we ended up flying back and making it home before Tricky now. Yeah. But yeah, that was my first and only time being on the road. I was with Trick Daddy, and I got fucking arrested, and that was the last time I went on the road.
Wow. Now, so of course that's one of those, you know, on the
Trick
road
represented for me though.
Yeah.
He was in the club, man. Like, man, these fucking crackers got my producer Gold Rush. They done played Bet Dad and had everybody fucking saying the words.
They had to get to the next show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know how you feel. You better not leave me here.
There wasn't no next show. They was all going home the next day. So that's why I was even more like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, I feel you.
Nah, they kept it real with me though, man. Shout out Trick. Shout out to
Trick. And I had an incident in South Beach where the cops rolled up on me, and I was walking out of the club. I had a cup in my hand, and we're just walking down the street, and this cop just wanted to be an asshole. Yeah. He just rolled up on his bike and rolled up.
South Beach?
South Beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rolled up on his bike, right, and then took the cup out my hand, poured it out, and then put the cup back in my hand. and then just pedaled off. Like ain't nothing happened. I'm like, what the? So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with it? Then another cop ride up, and then when they come up, cause I me throwing up my hands like, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Me acting like that caused him to go ahead and come, and then the other cop rides back. Then they go ahead and they arrest me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
because you gave him an attitude.
That was it. I didn't do anything. I ain't have nothing on me, bruh. Like they had no reason to arrest me, and they arrested me for open container.
I think technically, if they want to be a dickhead though, he could have just straight took you to jail. But I don't think that's really like how it's supposed to go.
Right.
But yeah, man, they'll fucking.
Because they put me in the
some of them
paddy wagon.
Straight assholes.
And you know how bad South Beach is.
There's good cops and there's bad cops.
You know how South Beach is in Memorial. It was Memorial Day weekend too.
Right. Yeah. They got the paddy wagon, man.
That's what I'm saying. I got in the paddy wagon.
I had so many homeboys get locked up in the paddy wagon in South Beach, man. And then we gotta find another route home.
Yeah,
man. Be serious out there.
Yeah, they got me. They got me, and then like she was out there with me. My artist was with me. You know what I'm saying? Him and his wife was with me, and then they had to go home. I'm like, yo, what the hell? What was going on? But they got me out.
Bro, I got a crazy story.
And then
too.
DMX was locked up with me.
DMX.
Yeah, he was locked up. Matter of fact, Dragon
got out.
He got out.
Right before I got in there.
Yep, and they came back. He came back in again.
Oh yeah, he did get locked up.
They put him back in again.
Shout out to Dragon, man.
Like
that's crazy.
And then he was in there with X, and then I was outside talking to ex-wife at the time.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't even know who she was at the time. We were just having a conversation. And then this girl come up and she's like, "Oh, this is ex-wife." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't meet her. I met X before. I'd never met her though, because I met him at a show.
That boy X used to be in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, just wilding.
Wherever his girls was, bro. Because he had chicks everywhere.
You know, him and Trick hung out, a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to X, man. X is a lifesaver, a literal lifesaver too, man. He's been out there and done a lot of stuff, man. So I look out. I mean, X looked out for me before when I was at work one time, and I had a damn seizure and shit. Nigga hopped on the phone and called 911, and it was like he was like, "Yo, you good, son? Make sure you call me."
What the seizure came from?
Stress.
That happened to you before? That was the only time it happened?
I think it happened like once or twice, right? Once or twice maybe
From
before
stress?
that. Just stress, just worrying about too much shit.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of stuff, you know what I mean, paying a lot of bills. No, I was paying a lot of bills. Like I was working a lot too.
Right.
Like I'm working like 3 jobs.
Not getting sleep.
I'm over it, not getting sleep. I'm going to shows with my artists. I'm doing every dang on thing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking the right care of my body like I should.
Man, gotta take care of yourself.
I just stopped stressing.
I gotta tell myself that a lot.
Yeah, I stopped stressing about it. Because I don't care. It happens. It is what it is.
I'm like a fucking machine. Like I don't stop. So I gotta either tell myself to slow down, or my wife gotta tell me like just chill for a second. Let's have a day off. Because I don't stop. Like I stay up till 7 in the morning.
Wifey said all the time.
Every night. I'm working all night till 7 in the morning every day. I work while they sleep.
But you in the studio just banging them out.
If I'm not making beats, then I'm recording. If I'm not recording, I'm mixing, I'm mastering. If I ain't doing that, I'm shooting videos, editing them. There's always something.
I was having a conversation with Nomadics yesterday, and it was one thing that Teddy Tias said to us. He said, "You are your own resource."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can create whatever you need to create. You can go ahead like you're doing what you're doing, and the more time that you're putting in, the more product you're creating, the more product you're able to go ahead and put out.
That's what the creator created us for.
Yeah.
It's to be creators ourselves.
That's real, man. Thank God to God.
I was explaining that to you yesterday when I was making the shirt. You know?
And
when we was having that conversation.
That's what I just said. I said something Nomadics just said.
I told him that, I don't fear nothing no more. I don't worry about nothing because God made me to be free and fearless.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So why should I fear anything?
Right. That's if you got faith, then you don't need to be scared.
Exactly.
Nope.
All y'all must be from New York.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell.
Well, I'm really Broward County bound, and I always represent because I've been here for 22, going on 23.
You either came from Brooklyn or the Bronx.
Nah, I came from Queens, Far Rockaway, one way in, no way out.
Oh, okay. I've been to Queens once.
Yeah. I'm on the. It's an island and they call it Far Rockaway.
Okay.
So it's like literally it's one way in, and then there's one main street coming back out,
Yeah.
and then you go into like passing
Man,
bridge.
y'all
Like
be having
he
some
was.
real projects out
Yeah,
there.
it's like literally that's where I grew up in Far Rockaway by 40s Projects,
Yeah.
and it's like literally 8 buildings, 40 stories high, and it's ridiculous.
Right.
And then you know you go less than like 2 blocks, 3 blocks over, it's another project like that, and then another project, and another, and it's just straight down Beach Channel Drive. You going through like at least 10 projects, and then when I was growing up, every project had beef with each other, so it's like you couldn't even leave the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, big shout outs to Far Rockaway, all my peoples who made it out like me. I ain't going back. Love y'all. I'm good in Florida. Check me.
I hear you, Nomadics. Listen, I've actually miss your home, like from Buffalo, so I miss home.
You know what?
But I don't
I
miss the city.
I just shot a video and did a feature for someone from Buffalo. Shout out Kayla. Shout out Kayla and them from Buffalo, New York.
Shout out to Kayla
Okay.
from
Shout out to
Buffalo,
Kayla.
New York. I'm going to be premiering the homie Adion Deshalin's video today on Behind Backstage, man. The official release, man. You're going to hear it and see it here first. You know what I'm saying? So we going to be doing that. I might bring him in on the vibe real quick, pull him into the joint. You know what I'm saying? So we going to see what's up, man. I hope y'all enjoy this. But yeah, I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah. Back to what I was saying though, you know what I mean? Your dad was a drummer.
Yeah.
So is that where you kind of got your rhythm, you know what I mean, your stuff from, kind of?
Yeah, definitely.
Pops.
My dad used to like drill me like a drill instructor, like a sergeant, and I'd be in the house. He'd be having me on them drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, was that something that you took an interest in, or
Nah.
was it more that you were?
I ain't want
You was forced to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it more because of the family, like the mom and pops, like
My
they
whole
wanted
family
you to
is
learn how to play
musical.
some sort of damn instrument?
Yeah, my father and my mother both graduated from Berkeley. My mother graduated as a pianist, and
Mhm.
my father graduated as a drummer. And that's where they met, and then they had me.
Right, that's what's up. So you are, you know, you got it in your body. You know what I'm saying? So I feel my father was a drummer and he knew how to play a little guitar, but I know he was a damn drummer. He bought me the drums when I was like really little. I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I poked holes in the damn piano.
Yeah.
He was
Poking holes?
pissed.
Oh man.
I was like,
Halloween the
ooh.
13th for them. Huh?
But getting back to that, man. Your dad and mom both serious musicians. How did they feel about it when you was like, yo, I'm doing hip hop?
I mean, they ain't really feel no way. They support it.
They did support you.
Yeah, I mean, my dad doesn't really love hip hop, but he likes some rap. Like he likes Busta Rhymes and a couple other guys.
Okay.
I used to be big into, like you said, No Limit. He liked Mystical. He liked Busta Rhymes.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
certain artists he liked.
Have you reached out to work to any of those artists? That
I
you
did. I
like?
was just talking to Mystical's people.
Okay.
I'm trying to get some.
That'd be nice. Like if
Yeah.
you get Mystical on
Raidenrush
that,
featuring Mystical.
on
I'm
either
actually-
that
we
this
need
ain't
a
what you
Mystical.
want.
What
like
I
if you
wanna
can get
do-
them on this joint.
I got a whole nother track. What I want to do is get Raidenrush featuring Mystical and Crazy Bone, because you know I fuck with Bone Thugs. I'm producing a lot of shit for Crazy right now.
Shout out to Crazy, man.
Lazy Bone. Me and Flesh about to like really go hard. I'm about to do like a lot of shit for Flesh.
Okay, we gotta get him in here.
Flesh
Yeah.
actually, he's here in Florida now. So
Oh, okay. Shout out to Flesh, man.
Yeah.
shout out Flesh. Shout out the whole Bone Thugs.
Shout out to whole Bone Thugs,
Yeah.
man. I love Bone
Sir.
Thugs, man. I mean, when we first heard Bone Thugs, especially in New York, like they was from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? They from Ohio.
Cleveland.
And Cleveland and Buffalo's like damn
Most
near. It's
definitely.
nothing there to do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit. It's like somewhat run down. So it's just like it's nothing for us to do. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's a lot of bullshit that goes on there, but. Shout out to everybody still there trying to get their thing together, and that's who are doing what they supposed to do, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I respect it, but you know I had to get away from there, man. It's too cold up there too. But
Yeah, I ain't with that coach. I'm cold right now.
he
We
cold
in
because of the
Florida.
AC. Yeah, I'm Florida.
AC.
Yeah.
People probably think I'm nervous right now. I ain't nervous. I'm cold.
cold.
I'm under the AC.
So yeah, man. But shout out to the homie right now being in the building, Raidenrush, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so sorry.
Shit, soy sauce in the building,
Soy
man.
sauce.
No big sauce.
But due to so many stereotypes, you being Chinese, I'm not Chinese, but Japanese, people assuming that you were Chinese. How did it work out for you growing up, going to high school and stuff like that, or just going to school? Because I know you said
I
before
definitely
that you stood
experienced. I
out.
grew up in an all-black neighborhood,
Right.
so I definitely experienced racism, from blacks. Here and there, it wasn't nothing crazy, but I did experience it. The ching chow, all them little jokes and shit.
Yeah.
I got beat up, got my bike stolen. You know what I'm saying? I had little things like that happen.
Yeah.
But that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Well,
I experienced it too.
'cause my Arabian and black ass got it too. So,
Once I moved, I ended up moving to Japan. Once my parents split up, they got a divorce when I was about 8. Around that age, I went to Japan and lived there for a year. I experienced the same thing there because now,
really, because you were
I'm a white
American.
boy. Right
Oh,
now,
you were a white boy.
Now I'm the American. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I don't look exactly. I don't look exactly like them. You feel me? Like I'm half white. A lot of people just think I'm Spanish. I just went to
I
Publix.
thought you was Puerto Rican.
Every time I go to Publix right here in Hialeah, everybody speaking Spanish to me. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people think I'm like Cuban or some type of Latin or
But
Spanish.
I mean, you got the way you got your goatee and everything.
I just started doing.
Oh, you
this.
started doing
I
it.
used to have straight cornrows and a beard. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I looked a lot more like a Chico.
Yeah, I
and
got
that's
you.
that's what kind of made me like, let me embrace my
Separate.
Asian heritage
Yeah.
so I could stand out a little
Right.
more. You
Right.
feel me?
Right,
That's
right.
why I started wearing the Raiden hat.
Now I was about to talk
You know
about
what
the
I'm
Raiden
saying?
hat. So where's the Raiden
Yeah.
hat? Train, bring me
I
one.
thought you was gonna wear that today. That was like, yeah.
I thought he was gonna
I was
wear it
going
too.
to, but I got a situation up. I would have to cut a hole in my hat.
That'd be
kinda
ill
dope.
though. That'd be
Yeah.
kinda
That hat was
I like
dope
that.
though.
I might have to-
I like the
lights,
hat with the
I like
light
that.
inside. I saw that, man.
Yeah.
That's ill.
That's
man.
another thing I'm about to start selling those too. Like
Do that.
That's gonna be
Do it, 'cause
within
we
my
gonna have
clothing
one.
line.
I want to
Each
have
one
a
of us gonna
behind
have one.
backstage
Oh,
drink.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Get a drink.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We be representing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because also, you know what I mean? It's art. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially
Yeah.
after you creating whatever you do to it,
Yeah.
it turns into art. You feel me? So even if it's sitting around the studio or something, you feel me? It's
I
ill.
like to study the game and look at what's working. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When I see people like 6ix9ine with tattoos on their face and rainbow hair, and then I see this guy like Post Malone, he got tats all over his face. You got to stand out some type of way. So I was like, I'm a big fan of Future. So I liked when Future came out. I liked the hats he used to wear. He used to wear the little cowboy hat.
Right,
And
right.
I felt like it made him stand out so much.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute, I'm Asian. And I fuck with Mortal Kombat.
Mhm.
Let me wear the Raiden hat. I wore it
Right.
one day, and I had a whole bunch of comments like, yo, that shit's fresh. And I just started rocking with it.
That's dope.
And then I also was like, I need my own ad-lib. It's like, what can I say as an ad-lib on a song for people to automatically know
Know
who
it's
it
you.
is on the
Yeah.
song? Source out. As soon as they hear that, they know it's Raidenrush on the song.
So you took the stereotypes and worked them in your favor.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm embracing them.
Gotta embrace
I'm
it.
representing for the Asians.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You have to embrace that because you using that and the way you can market it
Right.
is awesome. You
we
know what
all,
I'm saying?
We all know Asia is huge.
Everybody's going to
Yeah.
be, they're familiar with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you being an artist from America, how do you do trying to get at the?
They love American music.
But how do you do as like trying to get your music over there, like
Yeah,
to
to
China?
Asia.
To
It's
Asia?
already circulating in Japan, and I'm in my Spotify. Like my shit be coming from Japan. It comes from all over the place.
Yeah,
but as
yeah.
far as Asia, I got all the Asian countries
Mhm.
listening to my shit. Like if you listen to the music they making in China and Japan, like rap wise,
Mhm.
they sound like Migos.
Right.
Yeah.
They doing trap in China.
Right.
They own that shit.
Yo, look how they doing the boy and girl bands, man.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? In
What's
Korea.
that? What's that? BTS?
BTS.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
see
I'm saying?
that.
They done stole my behind the scenes.
You know what's crazy?
thing.
That's what the dudes actually look like over there. Like when I went to Japan, I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers look like women. Like no offense to them,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they not women, but they look very feminine.
Yeah.
You know, almost like they got makeup on and they got the straight hair with the spikes.
Mhm.
But I also seen little Japanese kids riding on bikes with jerseys and do-rags on
Yeah.
in the middle of the mall. They got an outdoor mall in Japan.
Okay.
And I'm just, walking through and I see these little jits with do-rags and jerseys on like they in Harlem or something.
Yeah. I would say, do you know how to speak Asian though? Like,
I used to speak Japanese, but I only know how to say like hi, bye, and shut up. You know, stupid words and shit.
The important words.
I can't understand or hold a conversation with somebody in Japanese.
Gotcha.
But I used to though. I used to know how to read it, write it, and talk it.
But like if your mom say something to you, you know what she said?
Nah, only just little small simple words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could.
We speak English.
Oh, okay.
My mother
okay.
we speak English.
Cool.
Now, like your father and your mother being from, your mom and dad being from America. I mean, from Japan. Both of them from Japan. Or
No, my dad's white.
He was white. I'm
He's
sorry.
from
Your mother's from Japan.
here, but my mother was straight from Japan. She came straight from Japan. Never been to America, and went to Boston to study piano. And that's how them two met.
Okay. So my dad gonna question is irrelevant. That's okay. But yeah, man. So, like, what made you adapt to hip hop?
Living in a black neighborhood, having all black friends, going to all black school, and then I ended up moving to Deerfield. So basically, my parents split up. I moved to Japan for a year. Then I came back and I moved with my grandmother out in Deerfield.
Who'd you have to stay with when you went back to Japan?
My grandparents.
Oh, okay.
My mother's parents.
So when you came back, you was with your other grandparents?
Yeah, my American grandparents. My white grandparents.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
I ended up moving with them in Deerfield when I was about 11. And then I met a friend there named Sleazeball, aka Derek, and he's the one that really introduced me into hip hop. Okay. Every time I would see him, he'll have like the Triple Shock CD with he'll have the new CD every time it come out. Like he introduced me to Wu-Tang, he introduced me to Master P No Limit, he introduced me to 3-6 Mafia, he introduced me to Trick Daddy.
Put me on. Shout out to JD, my cousin put me on the Wu-Tang, man. Shout out to JD.
That's where my hip hop love started, was with Wu-Tang. Okay. And I was Asian too.
Yeah.
Oh, you like?
I fell in love with Wu-Tang. I fell in love with it. I was a hardcore fan. I had the chain. I had the codes, I listened to the music, and then he introduced me to Master P Ghetto D, and that's when I decided I wanted to be a rapper. Like that, I fell in love with No Limit.
That's just like getting on my nerves otherwise. Shout out to Master P though. But you heard it everywhere.
But that's what made me decide I want to be a rapper and make beats.
Now, did you get influenced by the movies too? Because I like how Master P was and Dame Dash Rockefeller was the beginners with the videos. And
I was definitely inspired by all the Master P movies because those are the only ones I really saw. Like I actually went to Blockbuster and rented Body It. Yeah. And rented them. You know, I got the hook up at the movie theater with my dad. Like I had him take me there and we watched that shit.
Yeah, I like that movie.
That's what's up. I got the hookup. You see, I got the hookup too.
I actually wanted to be in it. I had hollered at P about trying to get in it, but it didn't work out. But I didn't have a chance to see it.
I think they was working on it.
I heard it was horrible, but I still want to see it.
It was cool. It was cool. I liked it. I liked it, man. Shout out to P, man. I want to get in one too.
But you know how they say it's never like the first one when they make it. You know, it's like the original.
It's you never go. But that's the whole thing. How do you think that Coming to America 2 is gonna come out?
I don't know. It could either be really good or either really bad. Like all of the new movies I've been seeing coming out,
and they did it all at Ross House.
It's trash. I haven't seen a good movie in a long time. Because I feel like a lot of movies coming out now is just garbage.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of garbage ass shit on Netflix too. Like it's
just you already bored
on Netflix.
You already bored, so you got to.
True. I be on Netflix like that. When you were here and then you went to Japan, how was that? You know. How did you feel? Did you feel awkward? Did you feel like out of place?
I felt awkward and out of place, but at the same time,
did the girls love you?
It was peaceful. Yeah. I was so young, it wasn't really like that time, really. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm like 8, 9 years old at the time.
Yeah, you wasn't thinking about that.
I'm watching Dragon Ball Z and fucking Shin Chan and
there's the shit out there too.
Doraemon.
Before it came this shit out here.
That's what I was on at that time. But I did have a little Japanese girlfriend. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Hanazaki. Saki.
So it wasn't so much of a change, you would say, like, or it was just like for a little moment. You was like,
I was homesick a lot. Like I would think about home and think about my homeboys and shit. But it was an interesting experience, and I felt like it was peaceful. Like if I could, I would have a second house in Japan just because I love the atmosphere. Yeah, the air is clean. There's no crime. They have literally a 0% crime rate. Oh, wow. You could go to the subway, leave your wallet on the ground with all your money in it, your credit card, and it'll either still be there if you come back, or it'll be in the lost and found.
Yeah, somebody turned it in.
Yeah, but if you do break the law, They don't
coming
play.
for you.
They don't play. You
coming
don't
for
want to go to jail in Japan.
Right.
Yeah, that's serious over there.
And if you American in Japan and you
Yeah.
get caught up, it's so hard to deal with that system. You might be stuck in there for a year.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Just trying to, you know what I'm saying, take care of the politics and
Yeah,
shit.
the ambassador and all that.
Yeah,
back and
there's
forth.
motherfuckers from Florida, not from Florida, but from America that then came there on some tourist shit, and they get
And they
locked
can't
up for a
get,
year.
they can't go
Wow.
nowhere. They stuck.
Yeah,
Wow.
you don't want to get locked up over there.
No, I'm like
I
that.
heard it was like unhumane up in them jail cells. It's
It's not really unhumane, but they're very strict. Like they'll just keep adding time, or they'll hold you they'll hold you for a year
Okay,
just to figure
okay.
out the situation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just to
Yeah,
find out if it's the right thing or if you did do the crime or whatever.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
They
You
strict,
stuck for a whole
They
year,
really strict
bro.
with their laws.
But
And-
I like Japan.
We were talking about, somebody went over to Japan. I think several times, and they got caught with weed. They can't. Oh no, Dubai. They went over to
They don't play
Dubai,
either. Dubai don't play.
bruh.
That law
They
is
went over to
strict.
Dubai and got caught,
Damn.
and then they
I
can't
figured
go
they had
back.
that good shit over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but they got the state.
Afghanistan over there. That's that good.
It was. I think you know. I
That's
think it
that.
was-
That's that original Kush.
Yes,
Now, have
exactly.
you ever heard of? Have you ever watched Ask Mathis, Reggie Mathis, the
Yeah.
lawyer? Have you ever watched his show?
That's my ninja right there.
Yeah. He was talking about you. He was like, on his last show, actually, tune in to Ask Mathis. We are on Sundays at 11 a.m. on Video Mix. Every Sundays 11 a.m. on Video Mix, and Monday through Fridays he's live on Facebook. Wednesdays and Mondays live on YouTube on YouTube / BehindBackStage. So make sure you tune in and check out Ask Mathis. But to get back to it, Ask Mathis was telling us a story. Mr. Mathis was telling us a few stories. And that happened, so the brother couldn't go back, man. He was stuck. He had to.
You don't want to fuck around when you overseas, man.
Yeah. That's real.
You don't want to be stupid when you're overseas.
That's
You're
real.
gonna get stuck in that bitch.
You don't want to be stuck
Their
there.
laws switch up real quick.
Because they can change
Yeah.
how they want to change.
Of course,
man.
because you're in their country now,
Right.
so you gotta
It's,
respect.
if I'm not mistaken, they having like problems in China right now with the Muslims in China,
I've been hearing a whole
and they
bunch of
want to
shit,
get
but
rid of the Muslims in China.
there's so much propaganda being spread around right now to just like turn all of us against each other. Like,
I agree,
they're
man.
putting so much negative energy into the atmosphere. Like it's obvious what they're doing.
Right.
They're
But
obviously
But
trying
they
to.
want to see that. Though.
Right.
They want to see us mad and upset, and then they want to blame it on one race or one demographic
You know exactly
or whatever. They
what it
want
is?
to.
Agenda 21. That's
Exactly.
what it is. That's all I'm gonna say. You could look it up and it'll tell you everything right there. That's what's going on.
I got
Divide and conquer.
Yeah.
You look like you need some ice, my friend. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Let
So,
me go get that popping real quick.
but so yeah, like I also was gonna ask you like you got like the best production out here in South Florida. Well, yeah, one of the best productions out here in South Florida. Like,
Appreciate it.
let the people know exactly the artists you work with.
Yeah.
Because I know you said you was brought into the game with Trick, but
Yeah.
let's know who you work with.
Okay, so I produced on Trick Daddy's Back by Thug the Man album. I produced half of Trick Daddy's Back by Thug the Man. I produced half of Trick Daddy's Back by Thug the Man album,
yeah.
as well as co-wrote on half of the songs, like a lot of hooks. Now, I'm gonna make it clear. I never wrote any Trick's verses.
There you go. Please
Trick-
make it clear.
Trick-
Trick writers
Yeah.
stuff. People like
This
you.
shit gets twisted a lot when writers
Yeah.
talk about this type of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not taking no credit away from Trick. I
Yeah.
just want my credit where it's due.
Right.
I wrote a lot of hooks. I featured on a lot of hooks, and
Yeah.
Trick never had a ghostwriter ever on his verse. He's just naturally talented when it comes to being a rapper. But yeah, I did like half of the shit on Trick Daddy's Back by Thug the Man album. That opened the door to me working with Khaled. I used to deal with Khaled just like this. I used to talk to Khaled
Yeah.
face to face. 99
Hard to get in
Jams.
touch with Khaled now.
Yeah, that ain't happening
Bruh,
no
I,
more.
I ran into Khaled to do Behind Backstage, right?
Yeah.
And hold on, let me make sure I wanted Jay to tell the shit. So I went in, Audacity was with me, so we went, I think it was the album, one of the album signs. And Khaled, remember Audacity, you know what I'm saying, remember me as well.
I remember you.
So, we were having a conversation with Khaled, and I was like, yeah, get you on the show, blah, 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 blah. He was like, yeah, you want to do it right now? I was like, well, Khaled, look kind of tired. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say, I'm not tired, man. I'm ready. I'm always ready. I was like, I didn't want to push.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, at the time. And I should have just did it right then and there.
Why you ain't did it?
I didn't do it.
You tripping.
I should have just did it right then and there.
Yeah.
And that was my mistake, and you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
You was sleeping that day.
You know what I'm saying? Because I should have just went ahead. Because we had all the equipment in the car. It was just me and her. We had the equipment in the car. But I was like, I wanted to go back and, prepare for it. I didn't want to go ahead and be off the top. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to prepare for Khaled. It's Khaled, bro. I don't want to, you know what I mean? It just be wilding with whatever. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, all right, well, we'll get up. And he was like, yo, get with, what's his name?
I can't remember.
I can't remember his name. His manager.
I can't remember it.
Yeah, and I got with him. I even ran into him once or twice, and yeah, it still ain't happened. So I gotta run into Khaled again in order to daggone make it happen, cause he knows, he knows who you are. But you gotta be able to see him in order to have those conversations.
Yeah, once you at that level, man, you so busy, like you hardly even got time for your own family. So it's hard,
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Matter of fact, shout out to my homie DJ EFN, man. Drink Champ, shout out to Nori, you know what I'm saying, everybody out there, man. They doing their thing out there with the Drink Champs podcast and everything, man. We had EFN on, and we're going to get him back on here at Strong Arm Radio this time, you know what I'm saying. So, and Nori as well. So shout out to Nori and EFN. But getting back to Khaled, also, other than Khaled, who else?
What I was saying was, like, I used to deal with Khaled, face to face at 99 Jams, and I ended up placing Ace Hood's Gutter through Khaled, because Ace Hood was his artist.
Right.
So I got a placement on Ace Hood's album Gutter. The song's called Gutter. It's Dre from Cool and Dre on the hook and Trick Daddy on the verse.
Yeah.
With Ace Hood on the verse.
Okay.
Then I landed Fuck the Other Side on DJ Khaled's album.
Oh, you did that drink too?
Yeah, we was with Cash Money Records at this time. So we was Dunk Riders, but Baby Birdman ended up picking us up, the Dunk Riders, and we ended up doing Fuck the Other Side. They marketed, Cash Money marketed it, and they shot the video.
Okay.
So Khaled was actually with Cash Money at that time, so that's how that Fuck the Other Side Dunk Rider song ended up on Khaled's album. So
that was the time Khaled wasn't getting paid at Cash Money.
You
don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know nothing about that. I understand, but
I know I got all my money.
You got paid.
Yeah. I got every dime of my money.
You got paid. Okay. Yeah. So that's what's up.
From Trick,
everybody,
money, Pliers, everybody. I've always got
have you had to chase after your money? Almost everybody got chased after their money.
I kind of had to break.
What was
what's his name's arm a little bit to get. I'm at Cash Money Studio and they're trying to get me to sign the contract to release Fuck the Other Side so Cash Money could put it out. I'm not gonna say whose name it is. They wasn't with Cash Money, but I damn near had to break his arm just to get $1,500 out of him. They tried to give me a contract saying that they was gonna pay me $1 for the Fuck the Other Side beat.
What?
And they trying to get me to sign, like, man, these young niggas right here, man. You see these young niggas, man, Gold Rush and them, they want that money, this and that right now. Like, trying to make it seem like I'm trying to be greedy. Like, bro, y'all trying to give me $1 for this beat.
What you did.
You want to get paid for what the hell you work for.
So I got paid. The man pulled $1,500 cash out of his pocket after me having damn near break his arm for him to pay me.
For a damn beat that actually.
And he had cash. This man had
and they
so much cash in his pocket. He pulled the 15 out and just gave it to me. And that's how we worked that out. He gave me the cash. I'm like, all right, I signed it. Then they were able to put it out on the radio and on TV and shit.
I heard there's a lot of producers that have had those type of issues and situations. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yo, big shout outs to the Crown Royal lady today that hooked me up with these nice record holsters.
Yeah, that
was pretty dope.
Man, it was some legendary shit, like just being at Cash Money Studios, you know what I'm saying, and talking to Birdman, and I didn't really talk to him too much, but just being able to deal with them cats. I talked more with Slim than Birdman.
Yeah.
And I got to hear A Milli before it even came out. I'm in the studio, they playing it for me, and I'm listening to A Milli.
Now, did you think it was gonna be the type of hit it became?
I thought it was crazy when I first heard that shit, and he said that over in Baca line. I was like, oh, this shit is hard. And then like a week later, it was like #1 out of nowhere. But we was like one of the first people to hear it before anybody really heard it. Another joint I got to hear is just a little bit by 50 Cent. I was with Scott Storch in Scott Storch studio. I had like a relationship with Scott Storch, So he played me that joint before it came out too. So I got to hear all of these songs before they was mixed or mastered.
That's crazy.
And it sounded completely different.
Yeah.
But it shit still blew my mind though.
Audacity, you want to tell them about your fireman
I'm
joint?
finish this.
Fireman.
She was,
So I was when I was over at Circle House. It was during the time Paul Wall was over there with Khaled. Lil Wayne was up there. They actually had just finished up Jamie Foxx's video shoot too. Like it was all within this week. Matter of fact, Nas and Khalees were over there as well because they had to do something as well. So they came into town because Nas drove in. So at this time, Lil Wayne was coming back and forth, and this is the first time that I met. Like I had just started working over there. It's the first time I had been.
Shout out BB.
Yeah, shout out BB. And Lil Wayne came through, and I went to the back. BB told me to go over to the back. I went to that cabana, you know where that studio is at over there.
That's why I like.
And he had the fireman.
Chill out there too.
I was fixing up something out over in the booth, and he had his notebook there with the fireman.
Who?
Lil Wayne,
Oh, yeah.
where he was writing out the stuff. So whoever said he don't write, he do write.
Yeah, but I've heard that
'Cause
he.
No. He stopped writing after that. According to what I understood, he stopped writing after
He
the
had
Carter 3.
a notebook of stuff.
He does a
That
little bit of
was
both.
in the Carter. Yeah, after Carter 3.
He do a little bit of both. Like most of it, he'll do line by line or like 4 lines by 4 lines. But then if he gets stuck, he'll write a little bit.
And the
I'm sure
chorus,
what you saw
but
the
was
chorus,
was
yeah,
probably
the
the
chorus
chorus.
was told. Well, it was somewhat similar to it,
But
but
it
it
was
was
different.
it was different than what he came out with.
Yeah.
I think he went on ahead. He went back and wrote
And rewrote it.
yeah, revised
Or
it.
maybe he has some help rewriting a chorus. You know
I think
what I'm saying?
some of
With
the greatest
chorus.
artists don't write. Like at least not everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need
Flo
help
Rida's
with some
one of
things.
them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
learned. I don't write. I haven't wrote not one word in almost 10 years. All my music, I don't write nothing. And I
Oh, you let somebody else write for you?
No, I'm just saying I don't. I just do it.
Oh, you freestyle.
I come up with it on
Okay,
the
my
mic.
bad.
I don't necessarily freestyle, but I basically write it on the mic.
Okay.
So instead of writing shit on paper, I just do it straight on the mic.
Yeah, then you cut it. And
I
go
learned
back.
that from Pleasure P. I grew up with Pleasure. I know Pleasure P for a long time. He does that. I learned that from Flo Rida.
Mm-hmm.
Flo Rida don't write. K Cutter, I did his whole mixtape production. He don't write. You know, I work with Gorilla Zoe here a lot. He don't write. I feel like a lot of the greatest artists, you know, it helps you.
But Wayne, he writes it in his head. Like Jay-Z, he writes it in his head.
Yeah,
where
but I'm sure-
not just freestyling, you writing a song inside your head. So
Right.
you're kind of going back.
There's just no paper
Yeah.
or phone involved.
Right.
Most
Yeah.
of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that is a form of freestyle. If you,
It kind of is.
it
kinda
is
is.
freestyle.
It
Because
is,
think
but-
about you formatting it in your head, you know.
But you're still writing it in your head, yeah.
But either way you put it on paper or say free, onto the mic, it's still being in a format.
Right.
So it's a freestyle format.
The
you
good
know?
thing about not writing and just doing it is you can switch off your thinking side
Yeah.
and turn on your creative
Mhm.
side
Exactly.
and just
Because you
focus
have
on-
fun with it.
That's
You know
actually
what
how
I'm saying?
I learned how
It's
to rap.
more fun, it's more
Was doing
natural,
that.
and
Mhm.
you know, you can focus more on how good it sounds rather than what you're saying. Because you could be the most lyrical motherfucker in the world, but your shit could sound like garbage.
Right.
If it sound like garbage, it don't matter how many bars you spit, it gotta sound good at the end of the day. Music's supposed to give you a feeling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think with music, like I think we with hip hop, we all had these opportunities to have these great feelings with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You are a great producer, but your music that you wrote or hooks that you've written, and I mean, look at it and listen to it, man. It speaks for itself. You feel me? So I congratulate you on that. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Because another thing I want to let you know with us, we want to make sure we, like, I want to say, like my homie Nori says, we give the roses, we want to give roses to the artists for anything, you know what I'm saying? But instead of just all the old artists, I want to make sure that we reaching out to all the artists, you feel me, to make sure that we giving all the artists the flowers right now while they're able to go ahead and continue to do better and greater things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the better and greater things that you're going to do right now, we already know it's going to be great.
I just made my latest single was called "Don't Wait Till I'm Gone." Give me my flowers now.
Give you your flowers.
Don't wait till I'm gone. I
There
want
you
my
go.
flowers now.
There you go.
So I just dropped a music video featuring me and my dog 23 Tizzle. He from Deerfield too. But yeah, that's my new single. All y'all look out for that. Go fuck with it. Raidenrush. Don't Wait Till I'm Gone. Featuring 23 Tizzle. Music video out now too.
That's what's up. Now, did you send me that link? So I want to go ahead and play your music video.
I gotta grab my phone. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah.
This one is Don't Wait Till I'm Gone.
Oh, this is Ain't Don't Wait Till I'm Gone?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm messing that. My bad. Hold on, let me make sure we got that Cheyenne right.
Yeah, that's it.
This one? I'm gonna bring that back. My bad. We got two things playing.
We dropped a little soy sauce on the boards. Y'all
They had to
excuse
throw
me.
that soy sauce on the boards.
Gotta clean the boards real quick.
Too much
I'm just trying to maintain. This pain I've been through, now I got ice in my veins. Gotta pray that I make it. These streets get wild. Wait till I'm gone. Love me, then love me. Wait till I'm gone. Hold on to that fake love. I'm good. Wait till I'm gone. Wait till I'm gone. My flowers now. This game so shady, it's getting crazy. Been hard for me to trust anyone lately. It's like 1 minute you here, the next you gone. Know so many men just too soon. Ever since you left, I've been all alone. I'm still waiting for you to hit on my phone. I spotted this little hating on me, don't wanna see me get on. I just see me and I'm like, keep on. They tryna run on me, I'm spilling lead out. I'm never fan of another one that don't stay around. Tryna make a way, but something gotta give. Why they hating on me, though? I'm just tryna live. What I gotta do, I'm just tryna maintain. This pain I've been through, I got ice in my veins. Gotta pray that I make it, these streets get wild. Wait till I'm gone, I'm flying now. If you love me, then love me. Don't wait till I'm gone. Don't want none of that fake love, I'm good on my own. Wait till I'm gone, I'm flowers now. Wait till I'm gone, I want my flowers now. The 642, big stepper on the rilla. Down in that dirt, but the chasing skrilla. My mama told me to go hard. Face grown, you on the right path. Don't steer wrong. First generation full of killers and ain't no fighting, no dealing. Better take a look in the mirror, them games really be what you could be pumping. The pistols, I'm shooting, the hatred, for the 100-round drum. Busting the kid, you don't want no drama. No smoke, no way. I'm an angry, don't want no drama. No smoke, no way. I'm an angry, what I gotta do, I'm just trying to maintain. This pain I've been through, now I got ice in my veins. Gotta pray that I make it, these streets getting wild. Don't wait till I'm gone, I want my flowers now. If you love me, then love me. Don't wait till I'm gone. Don't want none of that fake love, I'm good on my own. Wait till I'm gone, my flowers now. Don't wait till I'm gone, I want my flowers now. I'm good till I'm gone. Keep me breathing. Run up on the squeeze. Keep me breathing. Run up on the squeezing.
I apologize for the way I approached you. I was like, I'm not supposed to play nobody here. I was like, but no, it's very nice to meet you. Yo, that's that video right there, man. That's the one you produced yourself?
Yeah. I produced. I produced it, shot the video, edited it, everything.
Wow, that's what's up, though. I like that. I like that. I really.
There's
I
nobody
like.
even holding the camera. I literally this the fucking tripod Just camera sitting on the
And
tripod.
you did the editing and all that.
Yeah, I make it look like someone's holding the camera. You know what I'm saying? When I am doing it on my own like that. I have an assistant director too that helps me out when it's necessary. But for that, you know, it was just me and my ninja out there. We just did it.
Yeah, I've done some editing. I had him do some drinks, help me out with some stuff.
That's dope. I ain't gonna lie.
I like
that looked
that.
like fire.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody was actually directed that.
I thought, yeah, it looked
I
like he
give
was-
mad credibility
you gotta
on
give
that
him that
because it's
credit.
hard to do that. Like we trying to do stuff, and every time we be thinking of so much creative stuff, but it's like you see how simple that was. Just a tripod, and you made it happen. So much respect, my brother, on that one. It came out dope. And what made you do it like in a church atmosphere? Like,
Well, the song's called "Don't Wait Till I'm Gone."
oh, okay, I got
It's
you.
representing almost, like death.
Yeah.
And there's so many rappers dying now that really don't get the love that they deserve until they did.
Right.
So that was my whole
We
concept.
trying to be like the pastor. Let me talk to your congregation.
That was
you
the
know?
whole meaning of the
Yeah.
song. But to
Yeah.
answer your question, that's why I had a church in there, because death and church and funerals.
Of course.
And I was talking to God in my verse too.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's for y'all people that don't understand what he was doing there. So that's why I asked that question. So we could clarify that.
Man, I done shot like 3-4 videos at that church. Calvin shot a video there. Been a lot of videos shot there.
That looks real good, man. I gotta give you props on that. That was real dope right there, man. Good song too, brother. Good song.
So this joint I'm playing right now behind us, what's this?
That's the
song? 'Cause I see a lot of booty.
This
What's going on?
the Tsunami joint that got me.
This is the one that got you to win?
99 Gems Artist of the Year.
Okay.
And 99 Gems still plays this song to this day.
Yeah, I'm really with the shit. Say I'm really with the shit.
This is the Tsunami.
Say I'm really with the shit. Yeah, I'm really with the shit. I keep it.
I actually made this for Twister. So that's why
Chicago Twister.
That's why I had to do a dive feel to it.
Hold on. Shout out to Twister. Shout out to DJ Cuz, man. Shout out to DJ Cuz and Twister, man. I was actually leaving the club with Twister.
Yeah.
That night that I got arrested, I was leaving. It was a King magazine party. Was it King magazine?
Yeah,
Henry?
that was King Magazine.
Yeah, it was a King magazine party. And I was leaving the King magazine party, and that's when the cops actually was messing with me on South Beach. It was Memorial Day weekend. But shout out to Twister, man. He gave us a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go ahead and holler at that boy, man. I gotta get up back up with him. It's hard to get at these people now.
Yeah, me and Twist, I fought with Twister, you know what I'm saying? So I made this track for him.
Mhm.
He liked it so much. He was like, yo, this needs to be your single. Once it starts buzzing, I'll throw a verse on it. So that's, if you listen to it, that's why it sounds like Do or Die. Okay.
Mhm.
You know,
I'm really with the shit.